The central Karoo has several dynamic passes, and the Jagers pass is one of those. It's located on a good gravel road about 30 kilometers north-northeast of Beaufort West. Unless you're a local farmer, you'll have very little reason to be on this road. Of course, pass hunters don't care about these things, and this gravel pass will satisfy every cent spent on fuel locating it. It's a farm road and leads only to other farms in the area, but it does offer many options to the adventurous traveler. Please note that our description and video covers a descending route from north to south. The big mountain range to the west is the Niveveldberge, whilst a small, mostly dry stream, the Kuilspoortspruit, occupies the space on the right-hand side of the road. The next mountain that comes into view to the right is a steep triangular peak called Skipberg at 1,822 meters, followed in quick succession by Rooiberg at 1,693 meters. From the summit, just before the peak to the left called Spitskop, the road switches direction with a 90-degree right-hand bend into the west and begins the descent. Note that this pass is subject to winter snowfalls, and the entire pass falls well above the snow line. These are rare events, and if you do encounter heavy snow, this pass is best avoided totally. As the road drops over the lip of the escarpment, the direction switches into the southwest. The views to the right are dramatic as the mountain falls steeply away into a deep valley which narrows from south to north. The next section is also the steepest, with gradients at 1 in 6. Watch your speed along here, as the maximum speed allowed is only 40 km per hour. There are 21 bends along this descent, including 2 double S-bends. As the road cuts into the more vertical segment of the mountain, the use of switchbacks and contouring is put to good use to maintain a reasonable gradient. The road twists and turns around every corner of the compass as the road clings to the mountainside. The huge bulk of the Oshoek mountain looms next, as the road approaches another small stream next to the Klippplaat farm. On the left there is a prominent standalone peak called Magiel's Kop. To the right the mountains start opening up from the large V of the river valley. These are called Paardeberg and Rooiberg. The gradient eases off as the road descends southwards down the western slopes of the Rooiberg. The pass was built in 1883 by none other than Thomas Bain, South Africa's master road engineer. Together with the Jagers Pass, he also built other passes in the vicinity of Beaufort West, which include the Molteno Pass, the Blowneck Pass, and the Roseburg Pass. The pass still follows Thomas Bain's original lines. Soon the road crosses the Platdoring Rivier, which is bone dry for 90% of the time, and the De Hoop farmstead immediately thereafter. This farm also offers a guest house facility. If you wish to explore this area further, make sure that you filled up in Beaufort West, as the distances are big here in the central Karoo. The final 2 kilometers of the pass are virtually straight, as the gradient also gradually eases to the point where the road crosses the river, whereafter it's basically flat all the way to Beaufort West, some 30 kilometers distant.